Business owners, one of the most difficult things to do in business is to figure out how to price your product or service, especially when you are in the service industry. When you're dealing with products, something tangible, something deliverable, right? It's a little bit easier to price because you probably have other people in the marketplace. But when you're dealing with a service where you yourself are doing something for someone, how do you price that? In this video, I am going to give you 4 tips on things that you need to be considering when it comes to the pricing of your services. When you are pricing your service, it's so important for you to understand the mindset of the person that you're doing business with, right? Most people that are going to be doing business with you may be working a job, they may be paid hourly, so they may be thinking that you should price your service hourly. If you price your service hourly, you're exchanging time for dollars, and there's only so many hours in a day, so you are automatically putting a ceiling on how much money you can make. I'm not saying don't price your services hourly, because there are times when you may not know how to price a service because of the complexity of the service, and you may decide to price that particular thing hourly. But before you decide across the board that you're going to price your services hourly, I would really consider how much revenue you really want to make, because hourly at 40 hours a week, 80 hours a week, you're capping out your revenue. So really put some thought into that hourly pricing model. The second thing that you want to consider is fixed pricing. Should you price your services in a fixed pricing model? Let's think about things like Netflix, things like Amazon Video, right? Where you can pay a monthly fee for an endless amount of service. Is that something you want to offer? That may be valuable if you are dealing in quantity, where something is just repeatable very quickly and you're distributing a massive amount of quantity. Then you may want to go to a fixed pricing model if that's something you want to offer. I personally shy away from fixed pricing models because in my industry, the tax industry, you never know what you might get with the client. All things are not created equal. You may have 2 exact clients. They both may own businesses, but this one client's business may be a huge business with a lot of transactions, a lot of things going on. And this person over here may only have 2 or 3 transactions and very minimal amount of things going on. But you backed yourself into pricing, for example, an LLC tax preparation at $650. This person took you 5 minutes and this person is going to take you 5 hours. Is that a fair pricing model for you to go into fixed pricing? Something for you to consider if you want to be in a fixed pricing model. You may say, I win some because this took me really a slim amount of time, or these are going to take me a lot of time, but it's going to even out like a teeter-totter. So if you go into a fixed pricing model, you have to consider that. You need some easy clients, you need some more difficult clients, but that's going to be more for you to kind of think about. The other pricing model that I'd like for people to consider is value pricing. This is a type of pricing that you're going to offer your clients based on the value that you're able to provide your clients, not the time it takes you to do something. And this is where I say to you that you're going to charge your clients not on the time it took you to do it, but the time it took you to learn it. I have been in this industry literally for 25 years. All of my years in this industry, all of my experience with dealing with clients, all the mistakes that I've learned, all the redos, all the things, I have now learned some tricks of the trade where I can identify things quickly. Because I'm able to identify something quickly, is that not worth the amount that I am going to charge the client? So then the question becomes, what's the value to the client. Let me give you an example. Let's say you walk into a doctor's office and you're dealing with a rash and you've seen multiple doctors and none of them have been able to help you. And you walk into one doctor's office and he looks at you and he goes, "Oh, you have the measles, or you have a rare case of the measles 1.38, who knows, right?" But he easily identifies it for you. He gives you a prescription. It takes him 5 minutes. What was the value to you? The relief you got from getting that prescription for no longer having that measles. Is that worth 5 minutes of that doctor's time? Or is it worth all the years, all the experience that doctor had, and he was able to diagnose that just like that, and you got the relief? You got massive value. So something to consider is the value you bring to your clients. And as a tax professional, and you're looking to be an advisor, you're looking to save your clients dollars, and you're going to save them money in their pocket, or you're going to prevent them from hitting a landmine by educating them on what not to do, because if they had done it, maybe it would have cost them hundreds of thousands of dollars, tens of thousands of dollars. What is that worth to the client? That's why value pricing is where you need to be. Value pricing is going to grow your business exponentially. Something to really consider is the amount of value you bring to your client. I don't charge clients based on my time. I charge clients based on value and how long it took me to learn it. And it took me a very long time to learn it. But I am going to make certain that these clients are going to get great value out of what I am going to do for them. And here's the fourth thing that I want you to consider. When you come up with your pricing model, you have to be consistent in your pricing model, because the worst thing you can do is price one client one way and that client refers you another client, and then that client is like, "Oh, you only charge John X, Y, and Z." So you have to have rhyme and reason behind how you're going to price your services, and you step up for your knowledge, you step up for your value, and you always are going to ask for your pricing, and you're never going to haggle. You're not in the business of negotiating. You're not at the swap meet. You're not in some street corner. You are a professional offering a professional service. This is what my pricing is, and this is the value I can bring for you. So that when you are done with that client, they realize, I cannot not use that service. That your value is so great that they would lose money by not paying you to engage in that service with them. That's why pricing is extremely important. So things for you to consider: hourly pricing, exchanging time for dollars. There's a cap on that. Fixed pricing, where you're going to win some or lose some. Some going to take you a small amount of time. Some are going to take you more time. Our value pricing, based on the relief that you give to your clients, based on the time it took you to learn it, and the value that you're going to offer them. And when you do that, you're going to see that your business is really going to soar. You're going to have a solid business, a solid revenue model, and you're going to have an endless amount of revenue and the ability to make money. And you know what I say, when you know better, you got to do better. That is why I want you to like, comment, and subscribe so I can continue to educate you on all things business.